Well, now that the feet are carved, the next step for me is going to be to put in all the secondary wood that is used. I got some pine for all the drawer runners, drawer dividers, etc. And what we've got here is this is an inch, so we've got to have the drawer runner has to be flush with this, likewise down here, and then the drawer guide has to be flush with this piece here. So we have a approximately T-shaped piece that goes in here, and it'll be tenoned front and back, and so I've got to chop some mortises in here. Same goes with over here. We've got to have a guide that's flush with this edge and flush with the bottom. So as I mentioned previously, it's about time to put in the secondary wood, the drawer runners and glides. So this is the front pieces, of course, disassembled. And you can see that I marked out where the mortises need to be in the front here on the apron. And then this is the center piece here. There's more mortises marked out on there, and likewise the top piece. This is the back, and you can see the layout much better on that because it's pine, but you can see we need the mortise here, and then we got to make this L-shaped runner. Mortise is here, and up there. So we're going to cut some pine here and put in 5/16. These are 5/16 inch mortises. Now, traditionally they so often went clean through the wood. I'll probably go halfway so they won't be sticking out the back. Well, I milled up some pine here, and so I've got a couple of extra pieces here in case I make a mistake, but these are all the runners. They're not cut the length yet, and they have to be tenoned to fit in all of the mortises that we've got yet to do. So I'm chopping a few mortises here today in the back of the, and doing these by hand is a little easier than doing them on the mortising machine. But I could do some of them on the mortising machine. Well, today's the first glue up day, so what I'm doing here is gluing up the front pieces together, and we have it all square, and we'll let this dry and get nice and solid. And then the back, which is over here, down there, which is a little easier to glue up since it's only 3 pieces, which is the back and the 2 legs. So that's been glued up. So once I get all that dried and ready for the assembly, I've got all of the drawer runners and supports, etc. Over here. There's 10 of them, and of course that will be we have the 2 sides which are over there. Or there's the two sides, and all those tenons have to be fit in one complex glue up, so that'll be next. So now I'm going to put some pegs into the joints here, which is traditional. I've got the carcass still clamped up, so I'm creating tension by pushing it in there. And I made some 1/4-inch dowels here by cutting down some mahogany, and I used a 1/4-inch round over on it and made it almost round, and then I drove it through a dowel plate to get it to be a 1/4-inch. Cut up a whole bunch of little pieces here that are ready for driving into the holes. So I marked them out, pre-drilled it. The holes are slightly smaller than a 1/4-inch, and we'll put a little hide glue on here, and drive them in there, and then I'll pare them off later when it's dry. A little excess glue there we got to clean up, but that's pretty much it. So it's a matter of I'll put the clamps on the side and compress it. I've got to do these over here on this side before I remove the clamps, and there you have it. That'll be how the pins are put in. So all the pegs are in now, but not yet flush cut. And so they have to be trimmed off. But I've got all the drawer runners in now, so you've got an L-shaped piece up here, and you got this T-shaped piece that's down here. So you got glides and runners for all 3 drawers down here and the 1 large one up there. Kickers are in, so other than doing the trimming off of the pegs, we're ready to start working on the drawer fronts and the drawer sides, etc.